like someone's posting cringe.
Just a meme, Dick. Sit down.
Mouse.
right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it once more with some more 999. Yes. I forget if we had already done the puzzle or not, but we'll soon find out, obviously. Also, thank you, Sona Catharsis, for the 3-month subscription. But let us get to the 999s once I can find it here in my list of games. Here we go. Zero Escape, Nunneries. 999. Games. Said it correctly. Yes. Indeed. What is with that weird graphical glitch in the top right? Okay, there it fixed itself. Arxus, thank you. Continue. Yes. This one, I believe. Yes. Zooming game. He came out of the door and into a long, straight hallway. Okay, I guess we just got done with it.
また通路か。ん
He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him. 53, first class.
これでよしと。
Oh wait, no, that's right. We found the DEAD, and then that's when we ended it. Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
何やってるんだ
I'm sure if I've had so many people have trouble with my username, you have no idea. That is kind of surprising. Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard anyway. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
ドアの隙間に譜面のプレートをかませておいたんだ。
Uh-huh.
せっかく開いたロックがもう一度かかっちまわないようにするためにな。
Strange, but fair enough.
こうしておけば、
I
いつ
suppose.
でもこの部屋に戻ってこれるだろう。
戻ってきて、どうするんだい
Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
ピアノを弾くんだよ。
ピアノ
さあ行こう。先に進むんだ。
Oh wait, no, that's right. The whole thing was the piano. Okay, yeah, we did do it. Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the
やれ
hallway.
やれ。
Yada does it. Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
セブンのやつ、どう見てもピアノなんて弾けるようなタイプじゃないだろう。仮に弾けたとしても、あのピアノの鍵盤の配置はデタラメなわけだし。
Very much so.
じゃあ、どうしてロックがかからないようにしておいたんだ
Hmm.
さっぱりわからん。おい待ってくれ
Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked away toward his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
鉄格子
It's locked. A large metal grate, like the door of a jail, divided it in half.
なんでこんなものが
They shook it for a while, but as they had expected, it did not move.
まあ無理だよな。
あれはエレベーターか。
Seems to be.
それっぽい扉が見えるぞ。
エレベーターが2機か。鉄格子の左手の方にもドアがあるぞ。
Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
鍵がかかっているみたいだね。だな。
Junpei took a moment to examine the left
あ
side
っち
of
の
the
奥は
room.
下りの階段か。
Oh.
鉄のゲートで塞がれてるみたいだがな。
でも向こうの鉄格子と違ってこっちは可動式のようだね。つまり開閉が可能ってことか。
Potentially. Probably not, but
こ
potentially.
れ鍵がかかってるんじゃないか。ほら。
It's got the key. It's got the symbol of Venus? In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal.
なんだこのマークは。メス
Wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake, naturally, was somewhat more sure.
ああ、それは
It
多
is
分
Venus, yes.
金星のマークだと思うよ。
Oh boy, give me one
Hold
moment.
大階段の近くにも同じようなマークがあっただろ。太陽系の星を示すマークが。ああ、そういえば太陽 土星、それに地球もあったな。
だからそれも多分。
メスじゃなくて太陽系の金
Indeed.
星のマークってことか。
だと思う。
うん。あれセブンは？
He is gone, forever lost. While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized Seven had slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing
あっち
companion.
の通路の方か。
Seven had left them to head down the hallway, extending to the right of the stairs.
こっちだニルス。ついてきてくれ。
Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after Seven. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door.
このドアは
It was a French door. It does open. We didn't even have to give it a baguette or a cigarette. Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike so many others that they'd encounter, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. He stepped inside.
ここは
It's a casino! It only took a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
カジノバーか。
そうみてえだな。
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door they'd just come through.
参ったな。
It's time for some gamburu! As Seven and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for good measure.
どうやら僕たちは閉じ込められてしまったらしい。
Indeed. There was no reason to panic, however.
まあでもどっちにしろ戻ったところで八方塞がりであることに変わりはないしな。
この部屋を捜索して先に進む方法を
We
見
must
つけるし
solve
かないね
another escape room.
とにかく手分けして調べてみよう。ほら、ぐずぐずするな。さっさと動け。
Spurred to action by Seven's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the door, or the room. It's time to gamble our way out of here. Seek a way out. Indeed. Alright. So first, we got here. Well, will you look at that? Someone left a bottle of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Look. Ah. Oh, that hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been. Hello, Peace. How are you doing? A playing card? It's a 4 of spades. A 4 of spades. Another playing card. The 7 of spades. So many spades. I hope you are doing well, Peace. We are continuing our 999 fun. The counter's pretty well polished. Let's see. What about the wine glasses? There's a whole lot of glasses on that shelf. Doesn't look like there's anything back there, though. Counter's well polished. Another playing card. I see you. It's a 5 of spades. A 5 of spades. Me reading all the dialogue in this game. Trying to think, the yippee thing. Indeed. But don't worry, that's why I'm here, to read it for you. Those are some strange-looking chandeliers. They look kind of like the UFOs from that movie. Michelle's Farm Tools. What the hell kind of movie is that? You are a very strange one, Seven. Oh, do we get to play blackjack? Hold on, there was a playing card. The 3 of spades. Wow, this place is like super amazing. Because it is just yapping. I mean, yes, you're not wrong. What's this place for? Probably for playing, Baccarat. Baccarat? I don't know. I don't know that game. Looks a little off, though. You're gonna get a straight flush? I wish. Yeah, look at the middle table. There's something mounted on it, see? I think. There's something mounted in the center of the table. This? Suddenly, Seven began to speak. Maybe, I don't know.
ここにあるのはバカラテーブルなわけ。
Baccarat. That's the name of it.
ところで順平、
Like Kakarot.
バカラのルールって知ってるか？
Junpei shook his head. He'd barely even heard of the game.
いや、知らないな。
よし。それじゃあ
Like
説明
carrot
してや
cake.
ろう。
Exactly.
バカラってやつはちょっと変わっててな。バンカーとプレイヤー、どっちが勝つかを当てるゲームなんだ。じゃあそのバンカーとプレイヤーの勝敗は
Okay.
どうやって決まるのかっつうと、
That sounds like blackjack.
使われるのは言うまでもなくトランプのカードだ。その手札の合計数の下一桁。
That's just blackjack. Baccarat is an unusual game. It's like blackjack.
1の
That's
位が
it.
9に近い方が勝ち。相手よりも数が
Oh, but
小
it's
さければ
whoever
負け
gets
に
closest
な
to
る。
9 wins. See, that's the difference. It's not closest to
説明
21.
終わり。いや、本当はもっと
So
細か
it's
い
like
ルールが
kitty
たくさんあるんだな。簡単に概略だけを言うと今のような感じになる。カードの合計数の下一桁が9なら最強、0なら最弱。10の
How
位
does
は使
one
わ
get
ずに
0 in a
入れ捨てられる。
hand? Is it because of you bust it or what? Maybe I just need to save my points and redeem that more often. Maybe. Potentially. Oh, fucking womp womp. It's worse blackjack.
うん。
You ignore the number in the 10 spot. That's so weird. Whatever. No, wait, the 0 card isn't a thing in its I mean, if you're removing the 10, like the 10 digit, then it makes sense, but he hadn't been asked for it. But Seven's explanation, rushed though it had been, was helpful.
まあ、
Bleh.
なんだ。おかげで、バカラの勝敗の決まり方については、なんとなく分かったよ。
とはいえこのバカラテーブルに組み込まれた仕掛けらしきものとそのルールが関係あるかどうかはわからないけどね。
So you only gotta worry about the second number. If it's 9 or higher, this game is ass.
とりあえず、
Oh.
いろいろと試してみるか。
I mean, I guess then in that case, if you don't have to worry about the 10 position and just have to keep laying, like, cards down, then I guess, but so weird. Not 9 or higher, just higher than 9, I meant. Gotcha, yee. I can see the playing card behind the thick glass case. It is an 8 of spades. Why couldn't it have been the ace of spades? Hey, 7, are you really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What the hell else would we do? Blackjack? Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? 8. There's an 8 in that glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards? There are a couple of indentations with white lines around them, right? I love when I type things and they aren't factual. Do you mean like most Twitter users? Better game, not worse game. Fair. Those mean we gotta put down 3 cards. So, alright, so what combination of the cards we have / we can find around eventually equal to 9 in the 1 digit? That's what I've gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I better make sure I've got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations, yes. I just gotta pick a card and play it, yes. I figure if I put them in the right spots, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give this a try. So 4 and 5 make 9. Actually, no. 7 and 5 make 12. 4 and plus 4 is 16, so no, we gotta find more cards. Check out that stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Fair enough, I suppose. That square table. Looks like a mahjong table. Oh, great, mahjong. Do you play mahjong, 7? Maybe. You are a gambler. So all you need is just a 1 and an 8. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember a couple hands and some of the rules, so I figure I must have played it at some point. Excellent. Once we've vacated this vessel, I should like to play a game with you. Can you, play? So long as you tell me which tiles I am eliminating, yes, I believe I have at least enough skill to defeat an amateur. However, I must ask you to remove the red tiles when we play. Fair enough, I don't play mahjong. An ace! It is the ace of spades, it's right there! It seems the card is attached to the panel. And attached very well, it seems. If you don't mind, what sort of card is this? It's a playing card, the ace of spades. The ace of spades. And why does he also look like a bitch-ass motherfucker? Oh yeah, the Yakuza games had mahjong, never fucking touched it. Yeah, I mean, I tried it once and I did not understand it for the life of me. Also, why does Snake get a name of it? Because everyone chose their code name at the beginning of this game. And 7 just chose 7 because he's basic. Ace of spades, in fact. You know I'm going to lose. And gambling's for fools. Here's this card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. All right, let's give it a shot. And probably has to be a specific one. In fact, it probably has to be 9. It's now working. So it would seem. I am shocked and appalled that guessing at random has not yielded better results. You don't have to insult me, Snake. Yeah. Gamble. Hey, Altos, random question. Do you own a maid outfit? No, much to the dismay of some of the viewers here. Well, not here, but some of the viewers in the past. Well, okay, hold on. Peace, like, send me a message of the maid outfit you want. Put a maid on that throne. Which one? You gotta link which one you want me to put on there. Unless you're just gonna let me, I get to choose. If you want, I can just choose it if you don't want to. It says 1 on the plate. Okay, can I gamble? So I've got the symbols for heart, spade, and diamond here. But to see that, not gonna lie. Oh, you're getting the skimpiest, poorest. I would expect no less. That's too thirsty. I mean, don't worry. A lot of people have wanted to see me in a maid outfit. So that kind of tracks. Sluttiest maid outfit. Oh boy. Coin slot. I don't have any coins, I presume. No. Haha. What is this? There's a weird looking thing floating in here. How about this? There's a weird looking thing floating in it. Turn on the light. Yeah, we get to do puzzles. Okay, never mind. It's not a puzzle. So, clubs, diamond, heart. Okay. And when those 2 lights are turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. Would end up playing card. Playing card. Didn't think I'd find a card here. The 6 of spades. It's a coin bag. Let's go. It's a whole bunch of coins stuffed into this velour bag. Look at all these coins. Perhaps these coins will allow. Oh, darn it! I keep getting my voices mixed up. Perhaps these coins will allow us to convince the machines to move. More than likely, it's time for true gamble. Bro, I literally just typed into Google skimpy maid outfit and fucking Walmart has a 2-piece lingerie maid outfit. Oh, goodness. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, looks like the coins got stuck. Oh dear. Okay, let's go to the other coin. Come on, you little bastards, I only need one of you. Speed! Oh no, I gotta time it? Oh, this is gonna suck. $12, I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be a sight to see. Oh goodness. Alright, come on. Oh, I almost got 777s! I almost got a jackpot! That's a tough one. And what is so tough, if I might ask? Hitting these reels just right. Timing is, well, it's not easy. I don't believe you need to hit them just right. Huh? Third. Junpei, perhaps you should be more careful in the future. Why? You got the coin stuck in the machine on the left. Well, yeah, that was the machine on the left. The one in the middle works just fine. Altos, you should have it now. Stop mashing, time it. No, I don't want to time it. I want to mash. Hey, what if you hit them in the order of the lights? I mean, true. I just need to figure out. Actually, hold on. That is an interesting. Yeah, because I was thinking of having the lights be the result you have to get, but that could be the case. But we will see. Buttons have the symbols on them, indeed. I wanted to see if I could get a thing on the actual results. Please don't make the same mistake again. That would be bad. Let me do it. I know that. It'll be fine. Jerk. I'll put this coin in the slot and that'll show him. Shit. Huh? And that's weird. Did you intend to lock us in here? No. It's not my fault. Coin just got stuck all on its own. Huh. Oh boy. Oh, also Junpei reminds me of Persona 3. Yeah. The fact that they both have one brain cell and the whole thing of the name. Anybody? There's a coin. Yes. But heart. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't care. Damn it, time to try again. Okay, so it was diamond. Hold on, spin. Diamond. No way. Or no, it was brain. Club. Diamond. Oh, come on, heart. Darn it! Max, although I just started Persona 3 Reload, so no spoilers. I haven't even played Reload yet, so 777. Yes! And I think I hear something unlocking in there. Jackpot! Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There's something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes? That is a pickup drawer for dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Is it the 9 of spades? Can't believe you got upset because you got a jack. I'm upset because you two were right. Because I wanted to get the thing on the result. And not on the actual buttons, but it turns out you two were right. I haven't played Reload, but I have played 3 Portable all the way through. May God have mercy on your soul. I think I played either FES or Portable. I forget which version I played, but I could not get through some of the mechanics on that game. The tired mechanic kind of killed it, and then eventually when I was like hard resetting my computer to free up some space on it, unfortunately the save file got corrupted. So yeah, Persona 3 is gonna be the only way I experience Persona 3. What is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, playing card, and it's a key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we will be able to open the gate. We just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. Ah, goodness, please. And he's off. There was a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card, the 2 of spades, actually. Okay. Fascinating. Damn, rip Persona 3 Portable Venus. Oh no, you lost your save. That's it. Indeed. Especially when I already put 30 hours into it, I think. It was like somewhere between like 20 to 30 hours, but again, when Reload goes on sale and isn't $70, I will probably pick it up. It's the Baccarat table. Yes, indeed. I want to play it. Yes, thank you. All right, so 7 and 6 make 13. 13. Darn it. Same. I want to play 3R so badly. That is fair. I've been hearing really great things about it. But I also need to beat Persona 5 Royal. Since I have that on my PS5, I need to beat that first. Alright, so let me think here. Alright, so 7 and 6 make 13, and I need to get up like a 19. Or actually, better yet, actually. Hold on. 2 and 3 make 5, 4 makes 9. So. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay, hold on. Got him. Persona 5 Royal was peak. That's what I've heard. I know a little bit about some of the changes in Royal that I remember. The only thing I remember is that one of the areas has like actual Cthulhu like entities as personas, and I was really hyped about that. All right, if I just put down these 3 cards, yes, open for me. Great, you did it, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Probably. I would hope so. I do not own Xbox or PlayStation. I import. That is fair enough, honestly. I feel that after having to deal with some nonsense. Alright, so. Does it want me to use the 8? There we go, okay. And in you go. Hey, alright, it opened up. Oh, goodness. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. Let's see, 3 slots for cars, and there's a 9 below them. So that probably means we gotta make 9 with the 3 cars we put in the slots, right? Just like what we did over there at the Baccarat table. Alright, let's give it a shot. Now, I don't even get my card. Is it only gonna be these 3 cards? Because these are the only ones I have. Okay, it worked, sure, why not? Because 5 and 6 is 11. 7 is 18. So I don't know, whatever, I guess. Right, so I just put all the cards we had left into the slots. What happens now? It opens. Is that? Yes, I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Let's see. Let's get Audi 9000. You did it. You found it. You found multiple sclerosis. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them there. They already knew what their next step had to be, the Venus. The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it, Venus. Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With the distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open. Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed, and the gate creaked open. Yay!
どうやら開いたようだね。これで下のデッキ C デッキに降りられるというわ
I
けだ。
certainly hope so.
ニルス、大丈夫か階段。
The man's got
バカにしないでくれ。
the super
後ろ
hearing.
向きに走ったって転びはしないよ。
The man's got the super hearing. He can hear
それ
the
じゃあ行くぞ、野
steps.
郎ども。
At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
C デッキか。
念のためこのままもう一つ下のフロアも確かめてみよう。
When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
やっぱりか。D デッキは完全に水没しちまってるん
Funny I
だ。
clipped just now. Thank you.
あの大階段の下と同じだな。
The surface of the water below them was flat, like a mirror.
水位がさほど変わっていないのが唯一の救いだな。
それじゃ C デッキの方に戻ろうか。
Indeed.
さてと、ここには何があるんだ？
Can I check the flowchart, actually? I can. Okay, we're about to hit familiar territory. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go for whatever's on the right side over here. And then I'll just kind of follow that through, and then since we've done both of these, we can just go through the middle path. And then I do want to see what comes over here before we go down there, and then we just go all the way through this. And then we either get this or this. Actually, no. Before we do that, I want to go through, like, and do the key thing that I didn't do before. Anyways, they began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
まずはエレベーターが2機だな。上のフロアにあったのと同じものだろう。
Indeed.
扉の間にカードリーダーが設置されてるぞ。ってまたこの妙なマークか。
That is...
これはヤシロのマークだな。
if that's not Venus, symbol for Lotus, got it.
あ
Got him.
メスのマークに悪魔みたいな角が生えてるだろ。
なるほど、確かにそうに違いね
Oh, darn it,
え。う
Seven.
まいこと言いやがるな、この坊主。
Seven tousled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength in check.
あい痛い。撫でるならもっと優しくしてくれ。首が折れる。
何言ってんだ。人間の体ってのはそんなに嫌なもんじゃねえや。
You'd be surprised.
かえって丈夫になるかもしれんぞ。
こいつも悪魔だったか。
Fair enough. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observations, he'd gone over to examine the card reader.
これは水星の
Mercury.
マーク
Okay,
だ。
that was it.
角のように見えるのはヘルメスの杖の翼を模したものだ。
The wings and staff of
ヘ
Hermes.
ルメス、ヘル、
Huh.
ジ。
She beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
やっぱ
That's
りヤシロのマー
not...
クじゃないか。
I mean, yeah, that does sound like Lotus, but... You are so easily amused, Seven, and honestly, I cannot blame you in this situation. Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously, and the younger man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled about inside of his skull.
ああ、セル、よし、
You're giving him the permanent brain damage. You're giving him what's the thing? Is it like adult brain? Oh, an ABI, adult brain injury. Yeah, I think maybe. Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably. Second death already. Hope please no.
とにかくこの装置を何とかしない限りエレベーターは動きそうにないね。
つまり水星のマークが記されたカードキーが必要ってことだな。
多分そういうことだと思う。
しょうがねえ。エレベーターは諦めるか。こっちの左の通路はどうだ？
Nothing.
扉だらけじゃないか。
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all three men suddenly felt very small.
おいおい、こんなもんいちいち調べてる時間なんてないぜ。
とりあえずここは後回しだ。 その前に反対側を調べてみよう。来た道を引き返すぞ。
The right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
今度は右側に行ってみるか。
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one at the top of the stairs. On the left side of the door, on the left side of the room, were 4 French doors.
ここも
We must give them their offerings of
扉か。
baguettes and cigarettes, otherwise they will go on strike.
4枚だけなら
Alright,
さ
I
っ
will
きより
drink.
ははるかに増したが。
Drink. Alright.
開けてみよう。そこの一番近いところから行くぞ。
ああ、わかった。
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
鍵はかかってないな。
Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
No.
Hospital. He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
おい、ここは一体このだだっ広い空間は。
Hospital room. Massive room stretched out in front of them, more of a cavern than a room. We remember this room, right? I mean, Junpei doesn't. Nobody technically does because we're on a different timeline, but we the audience do. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
そこら中ベッドだらけだな。
ここは病室かな。この刺激臭は消毒液の匂いだね。
多分そうなんだろうな。広間の中央に薬品やら医療器具の置かれた棚がある。
Indeed.
いや、それよりも奥の壁にあるあの4枚の扉。
Three of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers made with thick red paint.
左端の扉には3。一つ飛ばして、左から3番目の扉には7。
7.
そして、
8.
一番右側の扉には間違いない。ナンバリングドアだ。
なあ、3と7の間の扉にだけ
Yet to be
何も書かれてい
determined
ないみたいだが、
in this timeline.
こいつは一体何を意味してるんだ？
考えてもわかんねえ。今はとにかく扉を調べてみよ
ああ、そうだな。
The three of them treaded their way through the beds toward the back of the room. On reaching them, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail. You need to use the RED.
う。やっぱりダメか。
そりゃそうだよ。簡単に開いたりしたらノナリーゲームが成立しなくなってしまう。レッドで認証しない限りナンバリングドアは。
おい、ちょっと待て。
Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake.
見ろよ。レッドの表示板のところ、サインが出てねえ。
サイン？
ほら、大階段のところのレッドには出てただろ。誰も入ってねえ時にはベイケントってよ。
ああ、そういえば。
They're not active.
だが今は。
何も表示されてないな。
だろ？行かれちまってんのか？
試してみよ
None.
無反応だな。
Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The RED refused to change. They tried pulling the lever, and still nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the RED on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
う。7の扉のレッドも。
All of them
3の扉のレッドもか。
do not work.
全部同じように機能していないとはね。
こいつは一体どういうことだよ。
やっぱりぶっ壊れてるんだろ。ゼロの野郎。こんなところで手を抜きやがって。
そんな。ここまで用意周到に準備してきたゼロが、こんな大事なところでミスを犯したっていうのか？
だって、そうとしか考えられねえだろうが。
Indeed. While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the RED. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
どうやら基板が抜き取られてるみたいだね。
基板？
そうだ。レッドの下のところを覗いてごらん。
下のところを？
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device.
ああ、なんか細長い
The
溝みたいなものが
power
あるな。
card's gone.
スリットというか、スロットというか、とにかく電子部品を差し込むためのものだってのは間違いなさそうだ。
他の2台のレッドも同じだ。何かが抜き取られたような形跡があった。
なるほど。基板がないからレッドは動かないのか。
Indeed.
だと思う。
だが、なんでだ？誰が？
What
いつ？
for?
何のために基板を抜き取ったんだろ
さあ、そんなことを僕に聞かれても。
Just then, everyone else arrives. They heard the sound of a door
う？なん
opening.
だ？
The three of them turned and saw Akane. Oh no, Junpei thought. It's
紫！
June. She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very, very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions, who were coming through the door behind her.
一宮、
Sob.
サンタ、四つ葉、ヤシロ。
5人ともここに来たのか。
Okay, are we now on the... Nope, still here? Okay. Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for
ど
words.
うしてお前らが？
こんなところに。
それはこっちが聞きたいぜ。
ではお互い情報交換といこうか。
Indeed. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see each other once again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. Almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. No, thought Junpei, perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no, the ninth man had died. But they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. Now I feel like we're in the... Still no? Really? This is almost like the exact same dialogue. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. Felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
ってなわけだ。
With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
それにしてもレッドが動かなければこの先には進めないわけで。
あっちの直線通路の方はどうだろう？どこか先に進めそうなところがあるかもしれない。
いや、なかったよ。我々5人でざっと調べてみたんだ。病室なら腐るほどあったが、他には何も。
Ah, I seest.
病室って。
そうだ。この大病室とは違って個室のな。
あとは通路の突き当たりのところにドアがあったけど、鍵がかかってて。
鍵穴のところには例の星のマークが刻まれてたな。
木星のマークでした。
Jupiter. Alright.
木星か。
一体何の意味があるのかしら。
Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
何の意味といえば、この大病室もそうだな。
No.
一体何なんだここは。この船は客船じゃなかったのか？
No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
この船はおそらく病院船なんだろう。名前は多分ギガント。
The Gigantic.
ギガント
Junpei looked at Seven, shocked both by his knowledge and the apparent identity of their prison. He was not the only one.
なんなのよ、そのギガントって。
The Gigantic. Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
ギガントっていうのはな、
Okay, please.
20世紀初頭に建造されたタイタニック号の姉妹船でな。正式名称はギガンティック号。タイタニック号には外観も内装もそっくりな3隻の姉妹船があった。ギガント号はそのうちの1隻ってわけだ。
Please, no. I know there's a skip option.
当初はタイタニック、それから一説何でもありとはそのしか、そこで。
そのゴールダイン
そう。
そんな。
それで
ほん
この船、
それこの
まさか、何よ。
わからん。
記憶す。
The clock chimes once again. 11. 12. 6 hours.
12時タイムリミットまで。
とにかく動こう。レッドの
I
基盤
know
を
for a
探しに行
fact
くんだ。
there's a skip thing here. Oh, we can't because we technically haven't been
探
through
すっ
the
て言
shed.
った
I
っ
see.
て。どこを探す
この大
Looked everywhere, haven't found anything.
あ
The other hallways.
ちょっと待ってよ。
大病室に
一人。
じゃあと一人。
残り。
It might be there. It might not. After some discussion, A were decided in what order. Starboard, yes.
おのの
おう。
バッチリです。
Also determined when they would return to report their findings the next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, it would meet back in the large central room full of beds.
次の
ああ、問題。
基盤を見。
時間まで。
まあ、
それじゃ
Don't know if they actually switched who searched with whom this time around. Details decide they began their search. Out into the hallway they went, each of the rooms they'd been assigned. However, I knew it. All right. Time to skip all the nonsense. Now we just let this go for a bit until we have to make a choice. Yay. And Snake is probably already dead. Okay, hold on. What do you mean you get? Hold on. I'm gonna save. Save here. Do not return to the tile screen. First class
B
cabin.
デッキの一等船室の方に行ってみよ
わかりました。了解です。
Okay, yeah, no, this is still the same. Door.
う。しん
解いて解いて解いて。あった嘘でし
Indeed, the angry, the screaming, all of it.
やつは次
We should go back to the large
Dive.
hospital room.
そうです。
あらそん
What about you? Who do you think fixed the thing? Zero.
おそらくゼロだろう。
どうして
決まってるだろう。やつはこのゲームの首謀者だからだ。
だからこそ奴である可能性は低いんじゃねえか。そもそも最初に基盤を抜き取っておいたのは誰だ。
Eh?
ゼロだろう。
ああ、 そうだよな。
He was probably waiting for all of us
だ
to
ったら
get
どうし
back
て奴は
and do the thing.
わざわざ自分で抜き取った基板をもう一度刺したりしたんだ。なんでそんな二度手間みたいなことを。
確かにそれもそうだな。
するとどうなる？レッドに基板をぶっ刺したのは誰だ？
Junpei furrowed
つ
his
まり
brow.
お前俺たちの中に牙
Santa grinned.
ビンゴ。ご名答だ。
だがもしもそうだとするとそいつは基板を刺したことを俺たちに隠してることになるよな。
Indeed.
ああ。
なぜだろう。
さあな、バレると何かまずいことでもあるんだろう。
まずいことって？
知らねえよ。知られないようにするために隠してんだろうが。
うん。
だがもしかしたらニルスが消えちまったことと何か関係があるのかもしれ
Indeed. You're being a man. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. But alright.
ニルスのことと？
そうだ。
Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first, he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. Oh, excuse me, sheesh. When Santa spoke again, his voice was very quiet.
とにかくこのゲームは誰かを信じたら負けになる。お前らも気をつけるといい。一番信頼してる相手が裏切り者かもしれないぜ。
With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
だとさ。
Probably with all the rooms.
あの個室が並んだ通路の方を見てみよ
Already seen this nonsense.
う。
お、いた。
I'll let Ace
Nah.
handle it.
他の
The casino.
カジノ？
わかります。
おい。
見ればそ
焼き
うところで一つで
Refuse to
Yeah.
leave.
いいんです。
どうせそんな。さて。
Back to the large
Nah.
house.
いいですよ。
人の。
The
Casino?
casino, I
Hi.
guess.
誰もいないな。仕方ない。下に戻。人か別の。
次は
大病室。
わかりました。
人の。
Oh my goodness.
Hey, those-
First class
Okay.
cabin.
誰もいない。他次は。
Probably with all the
な
rooms.
あ、あの
わかりました。
人か別の。
次は
カジノ？
Casino.
わかります。
誰も仕方ない。
Now let's go
Hey, this-
back.
人の。
Goodness sakes, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? He. And oh, finish searching. I'm a moron. There we go. I just saw all the blank options and just kind of figured.
これだけ探しても見つからないなんてね。
We skip all of this. She was right. Wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any other way that the numbers worked out. If one group was 4, the other group would always have a digital root that didn't match a door. Put a band-aid over the claw marks. Ouchie.
その
Seven
犠
Strokes'
牲と
voice
な
was
る一
strange.
人を決めようっていうのか。
ええ、そう。
Skip all of that. Oh man, Ace, don't do it, man. Oh man, Ace. The man has fallen asleep. He has taken an anesthetic to make himself pass out super hard. Goodness, I know that feeling. Alright, hold on, let me save. Okay, No. I want... Okay. Can't see the flow, so let's go door number 8.
俺は8の扉に
Okay, if this leads me down the middle, I'm gonna go back and do 3.
そうか8だな。
ああ
すると必然的に紫は7ってことになるわけだが。
どうしてですか？
なんでだよ
Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
俺たち6人が揃ってこの先へと進むにはな、次の3通りのパターンで分かれる以外に方法はねえんだよ。
Plan A.
358で7に入り、467で8に入るか。
Plan B.
457で7に入り、368で8に入るか。もしく
Plan
は
C.
367で7に入り、458で8に入るか。これ以外の選択肢はない。要するに3と4、5と6、7と8は絶対に同じ扉には入れねえってことだ。分かったな。
As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up at the corners of her eyes.
そんな、それじゃあ私はこの先ずっと純平くんと離れ離れに。
Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
おいおいそんな根性の別れみたいな言い方するなよ離れ離れになるって言ったって一時的なものだ最初の4と5の扉の時だってそうだっただろチームは2つに分かれたが結局はこの部屋で合流することになったきっと同じだよ7と8の扉も
どこか先の方でつながってると。
ああおそらくな
おそらく
Very confident, probably there, Junpei. She didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
俺は間違いなく繋がってると思うぜ
Here, I wonder. No, okay.
どうしてそう思うんですか？
もしも繋がってなかったとしたらどっちのチームも9の扉には入れなくなっちまうからだつまりこの段階でゲームオーバーってことになるここまで用意周到にことを運んできたゼロがこんなところで全てを終わりにするとは思えねえ奴は最後の最後までこのゲームを楽しむつもりでいるはずだ誰かが9の扉にたどり着くまでな
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
大丈夫だもう一度必ず会えるさ絶対に
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
約束ですよ。
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
やっと終わったみたいだな。
He stretched and continued.
とにかくこれで問題はほぼ片付いたことになる。残った俺と四つ葉は自動的にどっちかへと割り振られることになるからな。なんだ俺が7で四つ葉が8に入りゃいいのか。四つ葉何か異論は。
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
別に
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
よし、それじゃあこれで決まりだ。行こう。
At Santa's command, the group split and headed to their respective doors. Santa, 7, and June walked toward door at 8, or 7, while Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. Then Lotus laid her hand against her chest and turned to Junpei and Clover.
準備はいい？
ああ。
うん。
行くわよ。
開いた。
A narrow hallway stretched out before them.
よし。
行こう。
Lotus and Clover leapt through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. You have 9 seconds, my man. Get through the door. He looked to his left, toward door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met.
純平くん。
They nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
何やってんの！
Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. All right, buddy, time to go. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
残り81秒よ！急いで！
Lotus snapped at him and ran to the DEAD. Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could.
止まったわね。
With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm, aloof perhaps.
くだらない。
She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
可愛くない女。絶対モテないタイプよ。
Oh my goodness sakes, Lotus. Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl.
この組み合わせにしたのは失敗だったかもしれないな。
You know, Junpei, mayhaps, but we will never know.
とりあえず追うか。
And by never know, I mean we will figure that out soon enough. After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed. Hold on. We are on the middle path, darn it. Whatever, we roll. We can roll. Because guess what? We can still diverge into this path here.
行き止まりね。
The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end.
一応、左手の壁に扉があるけど。
Not until door 3, exactly. For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. It's a laboratory. Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved in it.
ラボラトリー。
嫌な響きね。どう考えてもまともな部屋とは思えない
Don't
わ。
worry about
っ
it.
て
They'll
言
be
っても他に扉は
fine.
なかったしな。ここを開くしかないだろ
純平くん、
う。あ？
お先にどうぞ。
Oh, goodness sakes. Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
わかったよ。
Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. Never mind. Oh, goodness. They found themselves in, the room they found themselves, goodness sakes, the rooms they found themselves in was divided into 2 separate areas by a curved wall. The thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division.
窓の向こうにもう一つ部屋があるのか。
You don't say.
監視部屋ね。
Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
なんだありゃ。
He wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of a room shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical examination table.
気味が悪いわね。
Junpei jumped a little. He hadn't noticed Lotus coming up next to him.
あの人形、まるで手術を待つ患者みたいだな。
basically.
ここは実験室でしょ？どっちかっていうと人体実験の被験者じゃない？まあどっちにしろ君突然起き上がってきたりとかしないわよね。
It's a mannequin. I don't think it's gonna do that.
さあどうだろうな。なんかケーブルがぶっ刺さってるみたいだし、間違ったスイッチを押しちまったりすると。
やめてよ。考えただけでもゾッとするわ。
She was gripping her arms, the knuckles on her hands white.
そういや四つ葉は。
She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad. She's grieving, that's what. There was something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and, as kindly as he could, spoke.
大丈夫か？
Clover looked away.
何が？
何がって？お前のことを心配してるんだよ。
Thank you.
さっきからずっと黙ったままだし。
いけないの？
いけなくはないが。
だったらほっといてくれない？
Alright, Clover.
そういうわけにはいかないだろう。この先協力していかなきゃいけないわけだし。
Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment, then suddenly,
私の気持ちなんてわからないんだよ。
her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed.
お兄ちゃんは私を置いていなくなっちゃうような人じゃないの。きっと何かあったんだよ。何か良くないことが。
Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin nightmares by Clover's voice, turned toward them.
どうしたの？
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, then back to Junpei.
とにかく私のことはもういいからほっといてよ。
Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had begun to walk quickly away.
おい待てよ四つ葉。待てって、そっちは。
ほっといてって言ってるでしょ。
He might as well have been talking to a wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the doorway.
四つ葉、上！
Jail! Without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis? Portcullis? I want to go with portcullis. Like a portcullis, sealing Clover in.
ちょっと何よこれ。
You're in gay baby jail. I'm sorry, Clover. Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
待ってろ。今開けてやるからな。
まったくしょうがないわね。
Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Lotus joined him. The three of them pulled as hard as they could, but... You ain't gonna move metal bars, my friends.
ダメだ。びくともしないぜ。
ちょっと待ってよ。簡単に諦めないでくれる？
諦めたわけじゃない。これもおそらくゼロの企みのうちの一つだろう。
だとすると必ず開く方法が。
Indeed. Not that it turns to the brain cell. No, it is not.
とにかく調べてみよう。俺とヤシロはこっちのエリアを探すから、四つ葉はそっちを頼む。
わかった。
Seek a way out. Yeah. The laboratory. Alright, every time, man. Do something, please. Later. Ooh, lockers. Ethanol. Ethanol. I wonder if this is for antisepsis. Oh, it says anhydrous ethanol. Anhydrous? Is that different from the regular ethanol? Come on, that's common knowledge. anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by a permanent marker. Well, thank you for the information. That all? Well, I guess that's all there is to it. Those lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. And no, nothing. This is the computer. The power isn't on. Well, there is a power button. This is a waste of time. What? I don't see a power cable. Oops, yeah, you're right, no power cable. This thing isn't even connected to a main computer, though. It's got a monitor, keyboard, mouse, but that's it. Just sticking the power cable isn't in it. Just sticking the power cable in isn't going to do anything. Oh, I don't know about that. Huh? Okay. Ooh. This is a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. I think this thing's supposed to power that machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. This is a really old type of keyboard. Well, yeah, it looks like a Commodore 64 type computer, or keyboard. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. Power cable, huh? I'll take that. A 3-pronged power cable. This is definitely a power cable. Do you remember if we ran into anything that didn't have power? Yes, the computer. I want to look around more. It looks like this door is the exit. The door on the right is just goes to the laboratory. Nope, this door isn't going anywhere. No dice. Won't open. I mean, that's just about as much as I expected. I don't think Zero would let us out of the room quite that easily. This looks like the control for the electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If we can get that light to turn green, then maybe we can get Clover back. Alright, well that's all the exploration for that. Oop, boxes? No. Okay. Monitor design payroll, and yes. Right, let's just slip you in. Huh? Well, shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit is what I'm saying. In other words, we're going to need a plug to charge the power cable to one with 2 prongs. Change, not charge. That's right. Greto. There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't we move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope. Doesn't look like anything happened. Clock. The hands on the clock have stopped moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here. Stand for various pieces of equipment. Some of them might be useful. There are cardboard boxes. There's some paper and stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments, but it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. Okay. Cleaning ethanol. Good to know. So yeah, okay. The window made of really thick glass. I don't even think a bullet could break it. Okay, same with this. I don't know what kind of table this is. Actually, I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Well, if only they used the pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is permanent market. Well, it's a good thing we have cleaning ethanol. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. You have the... Oh, wait, yes. We gotta send it through the bars. Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Your skirt. Oh, well, your clothes, of course. I was joking. Haha, kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Oh, I wasn't joking. Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use? Huh? Soak it in the ethanol, and then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. So I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Do it. Soak the cloth in ethanol and... Junpei! It's working! It's wiping the permanent ink off! Huh? Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink. What's the deal with that drawing Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. Table. I wonder what this is. There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and hand them to me through the bars? Okay, Roger. All right, let's go back to the bars. Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Paper with numbers on it acquired. New material has been added to the file screen. Not the right one. There we go. File. Clover's notes. The note Clover copied from the stand in the laboratory, it has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got it. I hope those numbers are gonna be helpful. They will be eventually. Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. Hey, Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal thingies. What does that mean? That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but... Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn it, that's no good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a, connector? It's sort of that... It's a sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a 2 plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless. Not useless at all. It's just what we were looking for. Okay. Can you hold on for a little bit? And back down she goes. All right. Unplugged. I'll hand it to you over at the bars, okay? Gib, woman. Here you go. A 2-prong plug. Thanks. 2-prong plug. Actually, can we combine those? Okay, put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable. 2-prong power cable. Let's go. All right. Back to this. All right, I've got the 2-pronged power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. And let's just plug this thing into the monitor. All right, that ought to do it. All right, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know unless you try. Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the button on front of the monitor.
あ、ついたぞ。
With a soft hum, it turned on. Updating RSF file. Make directory, make BC 27.3 seconds start. Okay. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
なんでだ、画面が勝手に動き始めたぞ。
みたいね。
みたいねって、不思議に思わないのか？
何が？
こいつにはマシンの本体が接続されてないんだぞ。
Is it connected to like a sort of... Come on, camera, I believe in you. Is it connected to like a sort of different, sort of shared outlet? Or not shared outlet, shared computer thing? Although, I don't know if those existed in early 2000s or not.
あるのはキーボードと液晶ディスプレイのみだ。ケーブルもさっき接続した電源のやつしか刺さってない。なのに、なんで動くんだよ。
That's a great question.
ワイヤレスディスプレイなんでしょ？
Could be. Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
ワイヤレスディスプレイ？
本体とは無線でつながってるのよ。ただそれだけのこと。
Fair enough.
っていうか、淳平くん、いつの時代の人間？
No, just a college dorm. They're basically the same thing. He most certainly had not, but...
それって、今は主流だったりするのか？
少なくとも私の周りではね。
え？
止まったわね。
パスの4文字とコロンか。
どうやらパスワードを入力しないとダメみたいね。
Well, I mean, we had the thing, so if we're going off of the keybind, so the password's probably 3975?
またかよ。この部屋のどこかにヒントが隠されてるってことか。
探してきてくれる？
あ、わかった。ってお前は。
私は自力で何とかしてみるわ。
Stand around, look pretty, probably. Yeah.
自力で？
Yeah, that seems about right.
そう、自力で。
ヤシロ？
Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down onto it, in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back left, then right.
さて、一丁やっつけてやりますか。
Is there a way to make, like, the text disappear for, like, a second? This is the closest we're getting. No, I think the space bar. Darn it! Never mind, that advances it. Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire. Junpei was, for once, at a loss for words.
意外だった？
No.
当たり前だろうが。早すぎてもはや打ち込んでる指が見えねえし。お前一体何者だ？何の仕事してんだよ。
An accountant.
無職よ、今はね。
Oh, okay, never mind. I think Lotus has the brain cell, very
前は
much
セキ
so.
ュリティソフトの会社に勤めてたんだけど。
Ah, that makes sense, yeah. It's like a
どうして？
cybersecurity firm. Lotus blinked.
まあ、ちょっとね。
Yes, I'm sure it was totally just something. She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell.
そうか。
This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized, and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
で、今は
Impossibly
何をして
be
るんだ？
her favorite style of dress. No, couldn't possibly be.
ブルートフォースアタックの準備。
ブルーと、なんだって？
Literally just
ブルートフォースアタック。
yeah.
総当たり攻撃のこと。
We have the code numbers like literally on a piece of paper. Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
暗号を解読するための最も確実で最も面倒な手段。想定されよる文字列の組み合わせをすべて確かめていく。そんな
Indeed.
考えただけでも気が遠く
You
なるような
start with
作業。
0000 and then 0001 and then
それを自動で行
0002.
ってくれるプログラムを組んでいるのよ。まあ、あまりエレガントなやり方とは言えないけど、この環境じゃ仕方ないわよね。
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
ところで、さっきの話だけど、
さっきの話？
ワイヤレスディスプレイの話。これってよく考えてみると、やっぱり不思議よね。
Indeed.
例えば今、足し算を実行するプログラムを書くとするじゃない？で、1+1 イコールと入力する。
And the result should
する
be
と画面には答えである2という数字が表
saying
示される
expert
こと
level
に。
of typing and programming pretty
ほら、不
much.
思議だ。不思議じゃない？
あんまり。
だけど、大昔の人だったらそう思うわよね。わからないかな。
No.
1+1 の計算をしたのは誰？
コンピュ
A
ーター
mathematician.
の本体だろ？さっき無線でつながってるって。
でも、大昔の人だったらそうは思わないわよね。多分、このモニター自身が計算をしてるんだってそう思うはず。で、彼らは検証を始めてみるわけよ。モニターの表面をペン先でつついたりして、ここを押すとこんな風に色が変わるのか。次に中の基板をウリウリといじくって。
Potentially.
なるほど。ここの配線がこの出力と関係してるんだな。最後にはこの配線をブチッと切断してみたりとかもして。やっぱりそうだ。配線を切断したら結果が出力されなくなっ
And
た。
probably end up shocking themselves at the same time.
計算をしているのはこのモニター自身なのだ。本当は順平君の言った通り、コンピューターの本体が計算してるのにね。でも大昔の人たちはそのことに気づかない。まさか無線でつながってるとは思いもよらないから。
Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
それで結局何が言いたいんだお前は？
別に何も。ただもしかしたら
Yeah, uh-huh.
人間と脳の関係も同じなのかもしれないってそう思ったから。
は？
例えば人間の脳のいろんな場所に電極を刺すとするじゃない？その時研究者はこんな風に言うかもしれない。ここを刺激するとこんな風に色が見える。
Indeed.
なるほど。ここの神経回路は A という機能を司ってるんだな。よし、試しにこの部分を切除してみよう。やっぱりそうだ。この部分を切除したら A という機能が失われた。ゆえに人間の思考活動は脳によって行われているのだ。ね？同じでしょ？人間の脳はただの出力装置。モニターなのかもしれないわ。
I mean, yes and no.
思
It's
考活
also
動を
an
行っ
input
ているのは
device.
どこか別の場所にある本体で。ただ私たちはそれを知らないだけなのかも。考えもしないのよ。大昔の人たちが電波の存在を知らなかったと同じように、私思考の情報を運ぶ未知の媒体が存在するなんて思いもよらないから。
Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly, and he was a little surprised to be hearing something like it from someone like her.
脳はただの出力装置。思考の本体は
From the
別の場所。
soul!
何言ってんだよ。
Did Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultish religion.
もしかしたらセブンの記憶障害もそういうことなのかもしれないわ。
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
記憶はどこか別の場所にある本体の方に格納されていて、本当は何も忘れてなんかいないのかもしれない。ただ脳というモニターに障害があるからうまく思い出せないだけで。失語症や孟子の人も同じ。本当は喋れるのかもしれない。本当は見えてるのかもしれない。ただモニターの調子が悪いだけでね。あとはそう総合失認症の人だってそうかもしれないし。
Prosopagnosia. That is no way how you're the way I'm pronouncing it is no way how it's supposed to actually be pronounced, more than likely. Prosopagnosia. I don't know.
ちょっと待て。総合失認症
I'm glad I'm also not the only one having trouble, thank you, Junpei, I guess. He knew what aphasia was, and from watching medical dramas on TV, and Blindsight was easy enough to guess. But he never heard of the word prosopagnosia before.
知らないの？総合失認症。
Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
初めて聞いた言葉だ。なんだよそれ。
簡単に言うと、人間の顔を識別することができない症状のこと。あの人とこの人の顔を区別することができないの。当然、顔を覚えることもできない。だから、道でばったり知り合いに出会っても、その人が誰なのかわからないのよ。と言っても、大抵は声や服装で判別できるみたいだけどね。
I mean, that makes sense.
それって人間の顔が全部のっぺらぼうみたいに見えるってことか？
そういうのとはちょっと違うみたいね。
You don't think so, or you know that's not how it
例えば、
works?
猿山の猿を考えてみて。私たちにはどの猿も同じ顔をしてるように見えるでしょ？別にのっぺらぼうに見えるわけじゃないけど、それでも一頭一頭区別することはできないはず。長年付き合っている飼育員なら見分けることはできるのにね。まあ、要するにそういうこと。
総合失認症か。そんな症状があったとはな。
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head. No hero.
何の話だったっけ？
脳はただのモニターなのかもしれないって話。
それって本気で言ってるのか？
まさか半分は冗談よ。
残りの半分は？
そうね、下段かしら。
Okay, more like zero. You're a fucking loser, god darn it. Hello.
寒いな。
I hope you are doing well. On this, let's see, it's night for you. Actually, no, it's like early in the morning for you, I think, at this point. Over in the UK lands. Lotus's smile had something rather masochistic to it.
とにかく、ただのヨタ
That
話
really
みたい
came
なも
on
のだ
just
から、
to
真に受けないで
You
ね。
know what? That is fair enough.
ちょっと思いついたから、退屈しのぎに行ってみただけ。
And you came in right with the big tittied lady on the
でも
computer.、
もう話す必要はなくなったわ。
Enjoy your game. Thank you. Enjoy your early morning. I hope it goes well. Give Tim lots of pets for me.
どうして？
退屈じゃなくなったからよ。
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down to on the enter key.
完成したのか？そのブルーとなんとかってやつ。
Brute forcing, yes.
ほら、結果が出るわよ。
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
楽勝ね。
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with... this is the little thing. 9 squares, arranged in a 3x3 square.
画面が切り替わったが、なんだこりゃ。
Del puzzle.
さあね。パズルのように見えるけど。
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
解いてくれないのかよ。
仕方がないじゃない。プログラムが組めないんだもの。キーボードを叩いても。ほらね。こうなったら私にはどうすることもできないわ。
Fair.
というわけだから、淳平くん？何よ。ちょっとぐらい休ませてくれたっていいでしょ？
wanna.
私はきちんとやるべきことはやったんだから。
Alright, fine.
それは。
He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
まあ、そうだよな。助かったよ、ヤシロ。
はいはい。素直でよろしい。
さて、ここから先は自分の力で何とかしないとな。
Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Alright, hold on. Oh, okay. I think it was this. There we go. Yep. All right, I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? It probably came. Actually, no, all these actually. Look, Junpei, the lights on the lockers are green. And we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. Inside is, what's in here? Keys? How about you click it? There we go. There's more than one key in here. This one is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine. Oh, the activation thing. And this one has the Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then, Earth key. I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now, as for the other key. The activation key. What key is this? From the shape of it, I'd say it's not for a door. Probably some sort of device. Oh! What is it? I wonder, do you think maybe this is the activation key for that thing? The activation key? Come on. Camera, please. I beseech thee. Hold on, let me lower it a little bit. Let me lower my camera a tad. There we go. Almost enough for head pads again. Nice. Yes, it has to be. I feel good about this. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
ねえ、純平。ちょっといい？
I mean, probably, maybe. He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover.
どうしたんだ？
あのね、一つ聞きたいことがあって。
ん？
純平、さっきお兄ちゃんと一緒に
Indeed.
5の扉に入ったでしょ？その時、何か気になること言ってなかった？
え？
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course, she would have been worried about him.
そうだな。
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
すまんよつば。特に思い当たることはないよ。ただ、人並み外れた聴覚を持ってるとかなんとかって、そんな話ぐらいしか。
そう。
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away.
ちょっと待ってくれ。こんなこと聞いていいのかどうかわからないが、もしも差し障りなかったら教えてくれないか。ニルスは、
Was he born blind, yes or no?
目のこと？生まれつきじゃないよ。お兄ちゃん、小さい頃事故に遭って交通事故。それで視力を失っちゃったの。左腕もその時に。
左腕？
お兄ちゃんの左腕は普通の人とは違うの。
Is it a prosthetic?
人工的に作られたものなんだ。事故の時に大怪我を負って、そうしなきゃならなくなって。
I feel like we've been told this already, but I don't remember. Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
すまなかったな。辛いことを思い出させてしまって。
How was that it? Okay. Clover shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Alright, hold on. Before we do the fun thing here, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. I will be gone for like probably less than a minute. So I will leave you with the little music here. like I said, I don't know if that was less than a minute or not, but we're back. We're back. This key. The shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor is on now. And it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Keyboard. Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. Control device, electron lock, light is on. There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something. What the hell were they doing in there? Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. Can't really see it very well from here. It looks like a bunch of electrodes. I wonder what they washed here. Probably the equipment. There are these weird colored stains all over this sink. I'm back. Also had to use the bathroom. Fair enough. Junpei, this thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little? Okay. Yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Turn. Oh, I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Well, maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. Maybe if you increase the voltage? Roger! Will do! Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage! Well, max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover! Ah, shit. What? I think, You're gonna bust open that mannequin's skull. Yeah, well, you set it on fire, but... Oh my god! With the mannequin's head! Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. God, what the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Well... Damn, the gate's still shut. Hold on. There we go. Green light is on. Junpei, look at the light. Yes, it's green. Emergency system has activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei! Come on, kid, jump. She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright! What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead! Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever. We go out of here. And we complete the puzzle. You found it. You found gay. Junpei, Clover, and Lotus slept out of that laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them.
なんとか
出れたね。
All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one, he could feel his body begin to calm down.
よし。行こう。
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked.
どの扉もダメね。鍵がかかってる。
次の扉はどうかな。
The final door sat in a corner of the hallway.
今度こそ開けばいいんだけど。
Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt the voice belonged to June? He spun around. There, at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them.
紫、それに、サンタとセブンも。
They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
おい、なんでお前らがここにいるんだよ。
I could ask you the same thing.
なんでって言われても。
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
ねえ、ちょっとみんな、こっち来てもらえる？
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd
おい
found.
この壁に貼ってあるのって。
船内マップだ。
左上のところに C デッキとありますね。
このフロアのマップだってことかしら。
Indeed.
7の扉と8の扉。それぞれのルートをたどると、今俺たちがいる通路に出るようになっているのか。
In fact,
要するに、俺の言った通りだったってことだよ。9の扉を見つけるまで、俺たちが離れ離れになることはないんだ。一時的に分離したとしても、必ずどこかで合流するようになってる。そうしないと、誰も9の扉を開けなくなっちまうからな。そういう風にできてんだよ。
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
おい、これって。
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
マジかよ。
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
とにかく行きましょう。
そうだね。
As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei had only a moment ago been ready to open.
忘れるところだった。
Pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke, without looking back at the other 5.
いいか、開くぞ。
They nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw the door open. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
やっぱり。
Right back at the beginning. They were just where the map had said they would
戻
be.
ってきたんだ。この大。
Indeed.
なるほど、話は分かった。
Are we back here? Yes, we are. Okay. In that case, I'm going to hit the skip button and we let this rock.
そのための鍵？
さっき言っただろ。木製の鍵のことだ。手術室で見つけたんだよ。おれ、こいつ。
Seven tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei.
あと。
ナイスキャッチだ。
Thank you.
たく。
Impeccable English. He caught it and found that the object was a key.
なるほど。これが木製の。
On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to a 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
お前に預けとくよ。持っててくれ。
ああ、わかった。
それじゃあついでに私からも。はい、これ。
The
厨
Saturn
房で
key
見つけ
card.
た土製のカードキー。私が持ってるとなくしちゃいそうだから、あなたに預けておくわ。
ああ、わかった。
With that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
それで結局、未使用の鍵はいくつになったんだ？
実験室で見つけた 地球の鍵。今セブンから渡された木星の鍵。そしてヤシロからもらった土星のカードキー。
Just got enough. Thank you.
これで3つだな。それじゃあ責任を持って預からせてもらうよ。
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
確か木星の鍵ってあの長い直線。
Okay, we just let this rock. It's gotta be the thing to 3. We gotta do the calculations. After 9 seconds, they did the thing. Now we go to the Jupiter. It's unlocked. What do you mean I can't? You get it. Alright, hold on. No, do not return. No idea.
さあ、どうなんだろうな。
Okay, we're not there yet. Okay.
信じ
So
ら
decided
れ
and
ない。
shook her head.
あんたたち、それも分からずにここに来
That
た
is
わけ？
correct. Yes.
順平くん、太陽系の星の鍵持ってるわよね。
Yes.
ああ、
He did. He pulled them out.
土星のカードキーと
Darn it, still?
地球の鍵だよな。
これがどうかしたのか？
Junpei didn't see what they had to do with anything, though. Both he and Santa were completely lost. Fortunately, June took pity on them.
順平くん、サンタさん、
We can
覚えて
unlock
ない
them,
んです
you
か？
dolts.
この C デッキ、
You
大階段の裏
dimwits.
手にエレベーターがあったでしょ。そのエレベーターの脇には土星のマークが刻まれたカードリーダーが。あとは A デッキの左側のドアにも地球のマークが記された鍵穴があったと思います。つまり順平くんが持っている2つの鍵を使えば。
エレベーターを動かしたり A デッキのドアを開いたり。
はい、そういうことです。
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
よし、わかった。そうとわかれば早速行動開始だ。二手に分かれよう。俺とヤシロは地球の方を調べるから、順平と紫は土星の方を頼む。
了解だ。ならこの鍵は渡しておいた方が良さそうだな。
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be brief.
この先がどうなっているのかわからないが、とにかくあまり深入りはせずに、ざっと10分程度調べたら戻ってこよ
う。Plan decided, the two teams split it up. Junpei and June headed for the elevators.
2機あるエレベーターのうち、左側の方にだけカードリーダーが取り付けられていますね。
We let this rock. Being locked up alone with a boy. After a little thought, Junpei had decided that she had to be nervous about being locked up in such a small place alone with a boy.
う。まあ、密室で二人きりだもんな。
In a way, it was kind of cute. Very demure, you could say, he thought. Still, even though it wasn't exactly roomy in the elevator, they weren't going to be pressed up against one another. At least they didn't have to be. Still, it was making her nervous. Junpei couldn't help but think how innocent she was.
順平くん。
ああ、いや、ちょっと考え事
I
し
am
てただけ
oh
だ。
so sure, Junpei.
いいから、とにかく行くぞ。
Again, he stepped toward the elevator. And again, he felt himself restrained.
だから待ってくださいって。
なんでだよ。
順平くんは怖くないんですか？
No.
は？
私は怖いです。
初めてだと？
Oh my goodness sakes. She'd never been in an elevator with a man alone before? Even so, she still seemed awfully alarmed.
もしかしたら。
Oh my goodness sakes.
濡れ？
下の方からぐしょぐしょになっていて。
Oh my goodness.
そりゃお前当然だろう。
Oh my
上の方からぐ
goodness.
しょぐしょになるなんてことは聞いたこともないし。
Innuendo a go-go. Indeed.
確かにそうですけど、いいんですか？
Is this where we unlock the hidden CGs?
何が？
ぐしょぐしょになっても。
あ、いや、どうなんだろうな。俺はむしろウェルカムというか。
Oh my goodness sakes.
すごいですね、俊平くん。すごい度胸です。
そうかな。男ならみんな同じなんじゃないか。飛び込めるところがあればどこへでも飛び込んでいく。それが男ってもんだろう。
かっこいいです、俊平くん。尊敬しちゃいます。
Oh.
いや、そんなことで尊敬されても。
私は怖いです。とっても。
あ、そうか。初めてだって言ってたもんな。
Oh my goodness sakes.
はい。だから多分あんまり
Love
我
how
慢で
they're
きなくて
casually talking about the flooding. It sounds so wrong. Yes, indeed.
行く？
はい。昇天しちゃうって意味です。
昇天？
ふわーってなって意識が遠のいていって、
Oh my goodness sakes.
そういう風になるって聞いたことがあるんです。経験した人から。
ああ、それなら俺も
Are
聞い
we
たことが
still
あるよ。
talking about the same thing? I feel like we have gone completely off.
男にはわからない感覚らしいが。
男の人だって同じでしょ。誰だってみんな同じですよ。
Oh my goodness.
中に入ってきちゃったらみんなそういう風になると思います。
いや、男の方には
Oh my
入ってこない
goodness
だろ。
sakes,
普通。
Junpei.
入ってきますよ。男性の方にだっていつかは必ず入ってきます。ずっとそのままの状態なら。
Oh, Junpei. How will Junpei react to this?
お前は一体俺に何をしようとしてるんだ。
Junpei equals pervert.
別
Indeed.
に私は何もしませんよ。自然にごく普通の生理現象としてそうなるって言ってるんです。
そういうものなのか。
And it's only natural? Is that what's natural for living beings? Perhaps he'd been mistaken all these years. Had he misunderstood life so gravely? The thought terrified him. Jun seemed to be entirely oblivious to Junpei's mounting confusion and terror.
いくら男性の方が肺活量が多いとはいえ、10分も20分も息を止めていられるわけないでしょ。
Oh,
い
goodness.
つかは必ず気道の中に水が入ってくるはずです。そうなったら間違いなくうわーってなって意識が遠のいていって。
Ellipses galore. Finally, Junpei understood. Idiot. He understood what Jun was trying to say and why she was so scared.
そりゃ確かに一番はな、ぽっくり。
でしょ。
She was afraid that the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. He was thinking without using the brain upstairs. Indeed. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks.
考えてみればこの下の階 D デッキは完全に水没してるんだよな。水没したフロアに向かうエレベーターか。そりゃ怖いよな。え、ちょっと待てよ。さっきこのエレベーター下から登ってきたよな。
はい、そうですね。ボタンを押してもすぐに
Alright.
扉は開きませんでした。
Can I do the skippity? Yes. Alright, we go down to E. For E10 plus. Indeed. It's too late, he jammed his fingers.
多分上から濡れる。
Actually, I'm curious. Where are we in the flow state? Still here?
と
Okay.
にかくこの辺りを調べたらすぐに引き返そう。
Ouch. Indeed.
ヤシロとサンタはもう戻ってる。
わかりました。
さ、
Yes, the iron bars, blah, blah, blah. We let it skip. There's door number 6. It's in bright red paint, and it's vacant. Hello, you two. We have come back from our E-Deck explorations. Hello, 7. Hello, everyone. Yep, there it is. And we find out the big reveal. LR. Fingers are rather important. Yes, they are. Oh, that's that face. I can't get over that face still. Because you're on the ship, of course. Keep skipping. Actually, what flow state are we in? Hold on. Are we still... I presume we're still in the same flow state. Yeah, I kind of figured, but it's kind of hard to tell. It's possible.
何を言ってるんですか、純平くん。
It's a poor snake. Yeah. Three in the morning. You have 3 hours. It's the 2-door. Like Elizabeth, 2-door. Oh, hold on.
諦めろ、ヤシロ。
Is this where we vote? Yes, alright.
俺だっててめえみてえなロス教のババアと
Exhibitionist
つるみたく
grandma, that's still so funny. Alright, so, saving. No. I said no, please. Right here. Okay, so I want to go for the flow state that goes off to the right. I think door 2 might do it.
俺の希望は2の扉だ。
Yes, I was right. Let's go. Santa was unconvinced.
おい、ちょっと待てよ。お
Machine
イカ
bite?
様？
俺たちの希望を聞いてから扉の番
No.
号を変えたんじゃねえかって言ってんだ。
Yes.
そんなことできるわけないだろう。この紙に書いてあるんだから。
見せてみろよ。
構わないぜ。
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched papers.
あらかじめ用意しておいた3枚の紙。そのうちの1枚は箱の中に入れ、残りは右手。
Put a small mark on it so that he would know which one was his.
最後に自分の紙が残るように気をつけながら、あとはみんなの投票の結果を見て、選びたい扉の紙とすり替えるだけだ。選びたい扉が箱に入れておいた番号のものなら。どうだ？なんて書いてある？
He fought the urge to smirk.
うまいことやったな。
Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
さてと、とりあえずこれで2の扉に入るメンバーは決まったことになるな。俺とヤシロと順平の3人だ。問題は残りの2チームだが。
俺と紫は6の扉を選んだ。
私と四つ葉は1の扉だ。
弱りましたね。どちらのチームも2人だけじゃナンバリングドアは開けないですし。
Everyone was silent. And suddenly Clover spoke, her face blank and cold.
サンタと紫は1の扉に入ればいいんじゃない？
そいつは
They looked at one another. 3 plus 6 plus 1 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Finally, Ace
四
spoke.
つ葉はどうするんだい？
私は待ってるよ。
And not become a serial
だい
killer.
どうせ戻ってくるんでしょ。セブンがそう言ってたし。
That had been what Seven said.
9の扉を見つけるまで俺たちが離れ離れになることはないんだ。一時的に分離したとしても必ずどこかで合流するようになったのだ。そうしないと誰も9の扉を開けなくなっちまうからな。そういう風にできてんだよ、このノナリーゲームってやつは。
悪いけどしばらく一人になりたいのわかるでしょ。
There was no emotion on her face, but it was drawn and pale, and her eyes were red. No one had the heart to contradict her. The room grew very quiet. Silence drifted down over everything like a blanket of fresh snow. It was Santa who finally spoke.
わかったよ。それじゃあ俺たちは1の扉に入ろう。紫もそれで構わないよな。
はい。
June nodded.
それでは私たちは先に行くよ。
それじゃこっちもそろそろ動くか。
ああ。
そうね。行きましょう。
And just like that, their paths were set.
しばらくの間
You yawned. I did yawn. Indeed.
まあしょうがないよな。
Even though it's
自分で
only
選んだことだし
8.
セブンが言った通り
But I also worked out
い
hard
ずれ合
today.
流することになるなら一宮たちは A デッキの1の扉へと向かった。留守番のはずの四つ葉もそっちについていったようだ。そして俺たちが向かうのは
Yeah, you did. Great job. Thank you.
エレベーターから行けるボトムデッキだ。さあそれじゃあ行ってみるとするか。
Hold on.
準備はいいか。
ええ、いつでも OK よ。
After this
Ja.
little cutscene thing, I need to
Ora ka.
send a text. One by one, they put their palms onto the recognition device, and 3 asterisks blinked to life on its screen.
行くぞ。
Full steam ahead. The door opened, and they leapt inside.
今度はどこだ。
向こうには見当たらないわ。
あったぞ。すぐそこだ。
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the DEAD. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets.
止まった。
止まったわね。
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs, again. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
いつまで経っても慣れんな、この感覚は。
俺は慣れたくなんてないな。こんな馬鹿げたゲーム。慣れる前にとっとと抜け出してしまいたいよ。
We're still on like the... Yeah, I figured.
ちげえね。
さてと。
Junpei looked around again.
短い通路にドアが5枚か。
Door.
左手に3枚と右手に1枚。
あとは突き当たりに1枚だ。
一応1枚にカウントするか。分厚い鉄板に覆われているせいで。
After taking a long look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
さあ、探索開始だ。手分けして調べてみよう。いいな。
ええ、わかったわ。
了解だ。
それじゃ、俺は一番手前から行くぞ。
Oh, goodness sakes alive. Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
私は真ん中にするわ。
At last, Junpei was left alone.
よし。それじゃあ俺も始めることにしよ
He looked intently at the 3 remaining doors. Emergence. Seek a way out. Alright, hold on. Let me send a text real quick. Okay, there we go. This... Oh, great. A portal. What the hell's this supposed to be? Like a drawing of a whirlpool or something? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. A portal. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to pull it out of there. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. I need to find a different voice for 7. It is killing my voice. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. And nothing under it. Drawing, mirror, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Ooh, drawer. Huh? What the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. I may just have to use my regular voice for it, and that's fine. Chair's pretty old. If 7 sat on it, he'd probably break it. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. This one. It's a wavy blue one instead of a vortex. It's a stream. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. This one doesn't have the tile. Yeah, probably for the best, indeed. Ooh, a towel. It combines the stream and the vortex. Well, it looks like a towel. I have to wonder if the design means anything, though. Maybe you should consider what the design might be. Perhaps that'll give us a hint. Or actually, I can probably use this voice. It does not take a bunch of energy to use this voice. Yeah, that works. Just hanging from the wall. Well, if we're pulling the string, then it must be a toilet that flushes. Woody's in the toilet? It's the moon! A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright? I refuse to touch this. I refuse. What the hell's wrong with you? I don't want to touch it, ever. Alrighty then, woman. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Ooh. There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right though. That handle on that drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Oh, well, there we go. So there's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. Kind of an odd shape, and it looks like something attached the handle with a screw after the fact. Really? Oh, sure enough. This looks like a chair for prisoners. It's rusty, but I don't think it's gonna be a lot of help. Isn't that obvious? Look, I don't want to touch anything unless I have to. Lotus is not having this. Does she really not want to be in this room that bad? Okay, first room. Toy latte. The sun. A symbol on a toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Damn, this toilet is pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Huh. There's way nastier stuff out there in the world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? There's a toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. I thought he actually took it for a second. Well, this part is thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. The rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple turns. Here we go. We have a screwdriver shaft. Interesting. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose? You think it'll come off if you pull on it? Sure enough, it fell off. Oh, look at this. That handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. A handle. Wait. Combined with the screwdriver shaft. So if I just stick this metal rod into the handle... Screwdriver. Thank God it's the right kind of screwdriver for that screw. Awesome, we can totally use this. Damn, the screwdriver looks like a soldering iron. You think it's some sort of industrial grade screwdriver? Guess that doesn't really matter. Anyway, so long as we've got this thing, we can unscrew any Phillips screws we run into. How about this? If I use the screwdriver on the screw on the center of the handle, maybe I can... Let's go, a knob. Hey, did you break it, Junpei? No, dude. Seems kind of weird to have a handle on a wooden drawer like this. This handle, it looks like it should be a handle for that faucet. But the faucet already has a handle. Maybe it goes somewhere else? Well, yeah, I would imagine it goes to here. Somebody made sure this drawer went... Well, actually, second idea. Aha. Gotcha. Sweet, the screw's off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank this thing out. The desk drawer, and it doesn't have a mirror on it. There's a bump on the back. I wonder what it's for. Maybe there's a hole somewhere and these bumps line up with it and trigger a hidden switch or something? Hey, we've seen weirder stuff. Doesn't seem that far-fetched. Oh, like right here? There has a weird bump on the back of it. Maybe there's some kind of switch. Okay. Good to know. Towel. These are for old ladies. I feel like I've seen that design somewhere before. Maybe I'm just losing it. You're losing it, Seven. The tile's stuck in no way we're going to be able to pull it out. Maybe we don't need to pull it out. Oh, we don't need the screwdriver anymore? Alright. Alrighty, well, let's check the other room real quick then. I'm curious. Haha! Okay, I didn't even notice that earlier. Pop. Sweet, the handle I got off that drawer fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Any time now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Ugh. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Sure thing. I wonder, though. Sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Haha, the tile. Guess that's what made that noise, huh? I see. The drawers weren't the same size. That's why the tile didn't get knocked down by the other drawer. Mine. What's this? What is this tile for? Red, blue, gray. Several lines in each color. Thank you. What does it mean? What does it mean? Your guess is as good as mine. E. Is that drain clogged? It looks like the water isn't draining out of the sink. Put the tile in the thing, you idiot. Sink's filled with water, drain's clogged, draining out of the... Darn it. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. All well and good. Hold on. In that case, let's do this. Already took out... Okay, so nothing with that then. Fine. Aha! It's watered in this room too. What do you mean this room too? Well, I turned on the faucet in the other room and it looks like it made the water come up through here. So the drain in the other room just runs here and the water from over there pushed out this tile? Yes, actually. They're the same. 14, yeah. Figured. Take a look at this tile here. See, if you looked real close, the 3 red lines are on top of the other ones. The red lines? Yeah. A tile with 3 lines in it, huh? Hey, Junpei, I was thinking. The red line on the top. Doesn't it look like a 14? That's what I was saying. 14, huh? Yeah, I guess it kind of does. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
なんだ
He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
おいどうしたんだよセブンすごい汗じゃないか大丈夫か
Probably not. Oh wait, darn it, I didn't even read that. Hold on. Now, darn it, curse you. He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet, on shaky legs.
あ、大丈夫だ。ちょっとめまいがな。
His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off his face and staining his shirt.
大丈夫ってどう見てもそうは思えないぞなあ本当に平気かよ
Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted, as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally, he spoke.
どうして俺はここに
Huh?
His words made no sense.
何言ってんだよセブン
Hold on. There we go. Okay.
2の扉を開いて俺たちはこの部屋に忘れちまったのか
いや違うんだそういうことじゃねえんだ
He shook his head several times, as if trying to clear something from it.
少しな記憶が戻ったんだよ俺は
We're a dock worker.
俺はここに来たことがあるらしい
Is he remembering the other timelines, mayhaps?
だからこの部屋に来たことがあるって言ってんだよ
来たことがあるっていつどうして
Oh ho? Whomst? Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Well, aoi is the Japanese word for blue, I believe. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off and Junpei couldn't make out what he'd said.
なんだよそれ。
Seven's brow furrowed furiously and he ground his teeth back and forth.
もう少しなんだ。あと少しで全てを思い出しそうなのに。
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly he looked up, his eyes wide.
そうだ。実験。この船で実験が行われてたんだ。
Oh?
実験？実験って何の？
人を操る。人を意のままに操るための。
なんだよそれ。
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared as Seven continued.
葵、ライト、ノナ。さっき言ったのは実験の被験者となった子供たちの名前だ。
No, come on.
他にも 4,5 人はいたはずだが、全員の名前は思い出せねえ。ああ、そうだ。そうだったんだ。
Seven began to mumble to himself and wandered aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So as far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
実験。クレイドル製薬。
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
少年少女連続不明。俺はその事件について追っていた。
Are you a detective, my man? Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei. Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
そうだ。確かこのベッドの下に。
I've been telling you under the bed, Junpei, you need to check. He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise and he began to mumble to himself again.
穴が潰されてる。いや、別の部屋なのか。
Sinbad 18 Sip. I don't have whatever extension you have to do that piece. I found out I am a god at FPS chess? What in the world is FPS chess?
ここと同じような構造をした部屋なら他にもたくさんあるだろうし。
At last, Junpei could contain himself no longer.
なあ、一体何を思い出したって言うんだよ。一人で納得してないで、俺にも教えてくれないか。
It's like chess, but with guns, but FPS. That okay? I mean, fair. Kind of figured that one. Do you have guns? I would presume you have guns if it's a first-person shooter. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. I'm just making sure I'm understanding correctly. Seven stood up slowly.
思い出したって言っても全部ってわけじゃねえんだ。取り戻した記憶は断片的でまとまりがなく。
Muskets, bows and arrows, miniguns, snipers. Is the rook the sniper? I would imagine the rook is the sniper. Shotguns and the king has a sword that like 2 shots. I seest.
それでも構わないよ。
I would have to
断
look
片的で
at
もい
this
いから
game
教えて
because
く
I
れ。
feel like I've heard about something like that before. Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important. Seven drew a large, muscled hand, I almost said mustached, down across his face. Yes, each piece has 2 abilities and it's mad fun, although very stupid. Yeah, that's fair enough. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
どうやら俺は刑事だったらしい。
You were a copper.
刑事？
そうだ。今から9年前。俺は少年少女連続不明事件について追っていた。知ってるだろ？あの事件のこと。
あの頃俺は中学1年生。詳しいことはよくわからないが、概要くらいなら。確か当時の俺と同い年ぐらいの子供たちが 突然行方不明になっちまったんだよな。新聞でもテレビでも連日のように報道してたっけ。そうか、セブンはあの事件を。
ああ、そうらしい。で、捜査を進めていく間にクレイドル製薬って名前の製薬会社が事件に関与してることを突き止めてな。その会社の内部の人間から情報を引き出すことに成功したんだ。そいつはこう言った。
今夜 X 埠頭から船が出る。子供たちはその船に乗せられ、沖合に停泊している大型客船と連行
What,
されたらしい。
Seven trying to solve the Epstein case? Oh no.
そして俺はその埠頭へと向かった。
He looks very different as a cop than he does in his like doc uniform.
物陰に身を潜めて様子を探ると、岸壁に一艘の不審船が横付けされているのが分かった。その船上と周囲にちらほらと人影が見えてな。どうやら黒いスーツに身を包んだ男たちが大きな袋に詰め込まれた何かを船のその重量感、たわみ方を見て俺は悟った。間違いねえ。奴らが
Human
運び込ん
beings
でい
in
るのは
those bags.
人だとな。気づいた時にはもう俺の体は動いていた。物陰から飛び出し銃を構えた。
動くな。
だが次の瞬間、俺の後頭部には
銃を捨てろ。
撃鉄の下げられる音が頭蓋骨に直接響いた。
You should have done that thing like in Wanted where you just curved the bullet, but instead of, you know, horizontally curved it, you should have vertically curved it into that man's skull behind you.
悔しいがどうしようもなかった。俺は声に従いゆっくりと足元に銃を置いた。その直後、
Bonk.
首筋に鋭い痛みを覚えた。何か
Oh, never mind.
注射か。俺はそのままうつ伏せになって倒れた。
Bad he doesn't have Neo powers, ye.
頬には冷たいコンクリートの感触があった。それを最後に俺の意識は途切れた。硬い床の上で俺は目を覚ました。くそ、頭がガンガンするぜ。どこだここは。
Hell. Maybe.
粗末なベッド
Oh, never mind.
薄汚れた洗面台、ドアのついていないむき出しのままの便器。
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
どうやらそこは刑事である俺にとって馴染みのある場所のようだった。独房か。便器の反対側の壁には一枚の扉があった。俺はよろめきながら身を起こしてその前に近づいていった。扉に手のひらをついて前後左右に圧力をかけてみた。開かねえ。当然だ。独房にぶち込んでおいて鍵をかけないわけがない。
You would be shocked.
何度か体当たりも食らわしてみたが無駄だった。だよな。俺は一人つぶやいてその場にどさっと腰を下ろした。それからどれぐらいの時間が経ったか。俺の耳にふとかす
It
かな声
was
が
an
届いた。
angel speaking to you.
声は遠かった。
Never mind.
なんて言ってるのか聞き取ることはできなかった。だがそれは確かに俺の鼓膜を震わせていた。変声期を迎える前の甲高い声。
Hurry up over here.
声は一つじゃなく
Something.
重なり合って響いていた。複数いるな。5人か6人か、いやもっとか。どこだ。どこから聞こえてくる。 キョロキョロと辺りを見回し、壁に耳をつけてみた。違う、こっちじゃねえ。左か？左のベッドの下か？俺は鋼鉄のフレームをがっしり掴むと力任せにベッドを見つけた。ベッドが置かれていた壁の下の方に金網に覆われた通気口があった。腹ばいになって奥を覗き込んでみたが、暗くて何も見えやしない。だがその先から声が聞こえてくることは間違いなかった。どういうことだ？なんでこんなところに子供たちが。思い出したのはクレイドル製薬の内通者の言葉だった。
今夜 X 埠頭から船が出る。子供たちはその船に乗せられ、沖合に停泊している大型客船と連行されるらしい。
おいおいおい、まさかここはその大型客船の中だってのか。とにかくどうにかして子供たちのところへたどり着けねえもんかと。俺はその時目に入ったのは、いけるか。
I believe.
俺は指を鍵爪のように折り曲げて網の目をがっしりと掴んだ。そして
Rip and tear, Seven, rip and tear.
しゃあ、ざまめろ、感じちゃうね。
バケグレ。Lovely screams you got there, indeed.
目の前にはぽっかりと開いたダクトへの入り口。俺は額に吹き出した汗を拭って早速その奥へと潜り込んでいった。
Love watching and seeing nothing happen but just hearing screams. Seven scream ASMR? I suppose so. Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
なあ、その後はどうなったんだよ。
He'd waited long enough. But Seven shook his head.
わからねえんだ、こっから先が。確かダクトの先にあった扉を開いて何人かの子供たちを見つけたはずなんだが、やっぱりダメだ。この先が全く思い出せねえ。
そんな。
It's because you were
そこにいた子供
hyper-drugged.
たちはどうなったんだよ。
Oh, I was even further behind.
セブンが助け出したのか。
Still looking at the jail cell thingy, but the audio kept going, oh, way to go.
かもしれないし、そうじゃないかもしれねえ。なんとなくだが、一人亡くなっちまったような気がする。
More than likely.
え？
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Yeah, twitch scuff, indeed. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw on it a look of sadness, the likes of which he had never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
とにかくこのぐらいで勘弁してくれ。こっから先は本当に思い出せねえんだ。
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
そうか。まあしょうがない。分かったことだけでもまとめてみるか。
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together and instead began thinking everything over.
9年前に発生した少年少女連続不明事件。どうやらその事件の黒幕はクレイドル製薬という製薬会社の人間のようで、 彼らは子供たちをさらってこの
But
船
to
へ連
what
れてきたらしい。
end?
目的は実験のため、人を意のままに操るための実験だとセブンは言った。その実験の
It's
被験者
MK9 all over again.
さらわれた16人の子供たちで、
Not MK9, MK Ultra. Excuse me.
その中には青い、ライト、
Not 16 boys and girls. Indeed.
または少女がいたらしい。とまあこのくらいか。あとはセブンが刑事だということも判明したが、どのみちこれだけの情報じゃどうにもならないな。ノナリーゲームのこともゼロのことも相変わらず謎のままだし、連続不明事件から9年経った今、どうして俺たちが同じ船に拉致されてきたのかもわからない。というか、そもそも人を意のままに操るための実験ってなんだよ。そんなバカバカしい実験が本当に行われたっていうのか。
Before long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in thought.
このままじっとしててもしょうがないし、動くか。
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. Alright. I haven't really looked at any of the other places. Oh, lovely. I can just barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Sure would be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. Looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. I wonder if that means anything. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark in here, but I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. This faucet is too hard to turn. In the other room, the river and the spring went together to solve the puzzle. Does that mean there might be a similar puzzle with this mirror? There's nothing else here apart from the mirror. Maybe I just need to pair something with this mirror. Another mirror? Because this is the one, yeah. Mirror hung opposite. The only difference is whether or not reflecting any light. Okay. Oh yeah, we can probably use this mirror to reflect the light. Now I just gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine the light on. If I shine this mirror in the back, the sun and the moon. Let's see. I get it. If I shine light on a mirror, symbols appear. The left side has a sun and the right side has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. Shine it on the back. 4, 7. Okay. Is that a number? If I shine a light on this mirror, then I get to see some numbers. I see a 4 on the left, 7 on the right. 4 and 7. Okay. Okay. Blanket, not a really great one, but still. Okay. I would like... Ooh, wait, first. Ah, god damn it. No matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge. Because I won't be opening this anytime soon. Doesn't look like it's got a keyhole, and there doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. How the hell am I supposed to open it? You don't. Emergence. The tiles we found and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh. I can move these tiles. Then that means maybe if you swap the tiles we got with the tiles on the wall, something will happen. I suppose now we just gotta figure out what the strange designs on these tiles mean. At any rate, we should look for all the tiles that there are the same size. You're right. Let's meet back here after we've done a thorough search. I'm curious now. Hold on. No, it's just 14x, 14x for both of them. Got this tile design, and then we got the mirror. What about that? And there's the door in the back. Wonder where it goes. I thought of that, and I tried a couple of things, but yeah, same result. Guess 7 wasn't able to do anything. Oh well. So hold on. Alrighty. Some kind of blue mirror design over the sink. Okay, well, we have all the tiles, so I wonder if that little thing was just... Looks like we should use the tiles here, but there are still rooms with that haven't been checked yet. I'll come back later. What do you mean? There's only this? That won't open. I guess we haven't done everything in here. Sink, no light shining. Oh, fine, I'll do the thing. Hold on. It's nice link. It's nice to see the link lit up, I guess, but all it shows me is the pipe. Nothing special about the toilet paper. So 4 and 7, sun and moon. If I shine the mirror in the back, then I can probably see a mysterious. Yes, indeed. Hold on. Seems pretty pointless to bother examining it. That's so saith ye. Okay. Don't want to do that. I want to shine it on the thing. There we go. 14. Oh no! Come on. Toilet paper is still wide enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. There's nothing. Hold on. Let me get out my notepad. Okay. 14 equals E. Sun equals, or no, moon equals 4. Sun equals 7, I think. Let me double check. 4, 7. No, it was opposite. Okay, so 7 is the moon. Sun is the 4. Okay. I can just barely make out the string up for the toilet, but I can get a hold of it. Damn it. Kind of pisses me off that I can see it, but I can't touch it. Just 14 equals E in red. 14 in red. That's what it says on the tile. Well, more or less. See, the 14 on the tile is, well, it's an E, right? Oh, is it going to be one of those weird things? Okay, hold on. See, like a ghost or something. Okay. Not what I meant to do. I wanted to try and shine the light anywhere over here. I guess not. 14, or not 14, 4, 7, okay. Indeed. Ceiling, excellent. Now, don't click out. Ceiling. Seen a lot of ceilings, I'd say this one rates at about a 3, 3.5. Okay. I'm still so curious about this, unless, hold on. Is it supposed to soak it up? It's a towel. Have I seen this design somewhere before? Yes, you've seen it literally in front of you, my man. On the mirror looks like a part of the design on the towel. Is that the only thing I've been missing? And the design on the towel was a river and a spring, right? Picture on this mirror is a spring, and it's talking about the water in the sink. Okay. Yes, yes. What are you going on about? Maybe you ought to explain. Forget about the puzzle we already solved. We need to look for new ones. This thing's full of water. Yes, okay. Sun symbol, still in the dark room. Yeah, that's right. There was some kind of number hidden there, too. I think maybe the number was how many times we took a piss? No, it's gotta be how many times we flushed. Yes, indeed. Okay. Let's go to the other room. The drawing on the mirror is just like a part of that image on the towel. The towel has a river and a spring, is it? This mirror has a river on it. If it's indicating the sink, then. Okay, then okay, so that was basically, hold on. still looking at the jail cell thinking that the audio kept going. Weird. Or no, that's telling me to reply to that. Okay, we're good. We're all fine and good. This wall, is this supposed to be some sort of partition? Do you think this is... What do you think this is? Privacy is important for these things. It's not like you're going to use it, Lotus. At least the guards couldn't watch you drop a loaf. Heck, it's better than being totally exposed, right? It looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. And then you take the moon. Number, how many times you post, how many times, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Kinda figured, alright. Ain't nothing in the drawer. And what are we missing? Do not click out, I just want to examine. I do this. Okay. 14 equals E. Okay, so hold on. Let's go over here. Let's go back here. Emergence. Okay, there we go. Now we're actually progressing. Emergence. Maybe it just means we need to emerge out of here? No. Well, yes, but no. It's like we should use the tiles, but there are still rooms we haven't... What do you mean? We have checked all the rooms. We can't get to that one. I can't click the one in the back over there for some reason. Of how weird the camera angle is. Didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Go flush the toilets, but perhaps. Actually, I wonder if that how many times for flushing was actually the answer and not just a dumb quip. Oh, come on. Do not tell me. Give me a second. So this is the sun. Sun equals what? Sun equals 4. So 1. 2. 3. 4. Did you just hear something? I did, but it doesn't look like anything's happened here. I wonder what that sound was. Is it the sink? No. That is so weird that that is the solution here. I mean, it makes sense, but still, it's so strange. 2. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that sound again. It happens whenever I pull that string a couple times. That was certainly more than a couple times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? The other room, you mean from the dark room? Eh. Sink, no light shining on it. Don't need that light hit anymore. Too dark to tell. Yes, now I can pull on it. Huh? Doesn't matter how many times I pull on it, there's no flush. I kind of feel like an idiot. I wasted a bunch of time because I was determined to flush a toilet. Like a toilet, too dirty to tell. Okay. Okay. Aww. Not a great one. Feels like a ghost. Where the back won't open. Emergence. Tiles still haven't... Okay, fine. Something in the dark room, then. Fine. Or maybe... actually, yeah. True. There we go. 2 more tiles. Yay! Thank you. 2 more tiles. So now we can probably actually do the thing. Okay, well, it looks like we've investigated all the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. All right, let's crack that mystery then. We've got 4 tiles. And there are a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall here. So if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we've got, that should open the door. Well, how about all the E's? Well, there's only one way to find... Well, there's only one way to find out. So. Emergence. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on the tile. You convert that to a hexadecimal, it's an E, of course it is. E. Basically, the E's in emergence are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives up the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. The door in the back won't open. Well, it was worth a shot. I wanted to see if it at least unlocked that door too, but not yet. You found it. You did it. And probably after this novel, actually no, we're going to end it now. We can go through the dialogue later. We're about to hit a novel scene, and we'll hit an ending next time too. Oh, lovely. I just saw the bottom of that. Good to know that the next thing we're going to do is the torture room. I'm sure that will be great. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, hold on. No. Quit the game. Yes. Dang, not enough for a last head pat. Not quite. You're gonna have to save out your points for next time. Alright. Now is time to raid someone. And I already know who we're going to raid. We are going to raid my dear friend Patchwork, who has been currently streaming for 5 days. Oh, well, I mean, it's a little low, but there we go. Much better. Yes, Peace. You indeed have so many points. There we go. But yes, we are going to raid my dear friend Patchwork. He has been playing for 5 days, doing a Sea of Thieves challenge. Where basically he will be streaming until he sinks the ship. And I told him I would join him on that. I will not be streaming that, however. I'm just going to kind of be playing with him because I've never done something like that. Or I've never played Sea of Thieves before. Hey, last time someone did something for 5 days, it didn't end well. I mean, true. But still. Hold on. Yes, indeed. Leave me alone. Leave me alone emails. Thank you. But yes, we're going to raid Patchwork. Give him lots of love. And all that good stuff. He deserves it. So, when it was he... This is his 3rd account. Patches the Plague Doctor. Okay. Patches the Plague Doctor. Have they been... Yes. He basically goes to bed... Or what's it? He goes to bed at midnight and just kind of leaves it on the starting soon or BRB screen at like midnight. And then... He continues, in quotes, continues the stream at noon. So he does get plenty of sleep and all that. He just takes a break at midnight and starts up again at noon. So yeah. Alright, we're going to raid Patches. And I will be joining him on the Sea of Thieves, though I've never played before, so we'll see how well that goes. I wish I had a beast of a computer like that. Trust me, he does not exactly have a beast of a computer per se. At least from what I remember, that is not the case. But it is certainly a computer. Either way, thank you everyone for coming out and joining in on the fun. Next week, we will continue this. We will get that new ending, and it will be a lot of fun. But until then, again, give Patches some love. He deserves it. And I will be joining him on the Sea of Thieves for like a little bit and all that fun stuff. Hashtag favorite streamer. Yes, he is good. He is good lad. He is very good lad. I have been friends with him for quite some time, actually. But yes. One last time, give him some love, all that fun stuff, and I will see you lads all later. I know you meant me, but still. Either way, I will see you all later, so until then, goodbye.